What is up, you guys? Let me see if I can get like in. Okay. What is up, you guys? I have been trying to make this video since, since Saturday or Sunday, and it is Tuesday. Tuesday, December 13th. So today should be show day for Bikini Amateur Olympia, and I am clearly at home. I am not in Vegas, and I haven't said anything about being in Vegas. It's because I'm not. You guys know that I have been prepping all year. I did one show earlier this year. I did a show at Oklahoma, which I showed you guys. I placed second, which qualified me to go to nationals. And I did get qualified last year. I did get nationally qualified last year, and so I used the Oklahoma show kind of as a warm-up. And since prepping for that show, even when I got into it like March, April, May, I wasn't progressing like I normally do. I felt more fatigued. I felt very tired, very sore all the time, which is normal, but I just felt like for me to be, let's just say like 10 weeks out of that show, I was like, I should not be dragging like this. Like it just felt like everything was just not right. And then I did the show, and then I believe a week or so later, I don't know how long, maybe 3 weeks later, whatever, I went to New Jersey and I saw my friends, and we did New York, New Jersey, we did the whole thing on a vlog. And when I got back, before I went, I got my blood work done, and in that vlog, I talked about my hormone replacement therapy and what was going on. And essentially my testosterone was flatlined. I had like none. I don't know if I talked about the numbers, but when I got them done, so there's two types of testosterone. I know there's like free range or free whatever, and then there's another one. I don't really know the names of them. They're on my blood work sheet, but essentially one of them for women, you're supposed to be between, I think, 200 to like almost 4. I think it should be like, women should be like low 100s to upwards of 3 in one of them, and I was 22. So it was way out of range, obviously. And then there was another where I should have been at I think it was 175 to like 3, and I was a 7. So I essentially had no testosterone in my body, and so my doctor recommended me doing, and my coach, obviously, because he has his own clinic as well. And so hormone replacement or hormone clinic out in Denver. And so I sent him my results, and then talked to my doctor, talked to my coach, and they both agreed that yes, like we need to pull back, we need to get you healthy. And I noticed my testosterone has been on the decline for a couple of years. I just thought that because it was just, I'm very active and I diet hard, and I just thought, oh, it'll come back up, and it just continually got lower. So now it's like, okay, my body, it's why I'm tired, I'm fatigued all the time, my body has a hard time recovering, yada, yada, yada. And so we pulled back for, I believe, about 8 weeks, and where I was still eating clean, I was still quote unquote dieting, not really. I was following my meal plan, maybe 70%, 60%, and was kind of eating treats here and there, having my regularly scheduled cheat meals. And then after about 8 weeks, I felt so much better. And it was crazy because within like a matter of a couple of weeks, my energy went up. I wasn't feeling so foggy brained. I didn't feel so emotional. I felt like, okay, I'm happy, life is good, I'm stressed, but I can handle it. I just had like such mental clarity, and I felt better. I had the energy. I could lift heavier, which was insane because I've been lifting the same amount of weight for years, which that probably should have been an indicator as to why my strength couldn't go up. But I was lifting heavier, and I felt overall really, really good. And so I told my coach I wanted to do either the Amateur Olympia or I wanted to do nationals out in, I think was it in Orlando this year, I think. And I told my coach I wanted to do one of those. They are, I believe, like 10 days apart so we can kind of just see. Okay, cool. And financially, I was like, I cannot do both. So if me and my boyfriend were gonna go to Vegas anyway, we're gonna have a good time, we're gonna go to the Olympia, why don't I just compete there instead of competing in Orlando and then just having fun in Vegas? Let's just keep it all in Vegas. So we prepped, and I think I was probably about 10 weeks, 12 weeks out. I think probably not even that, I can't remember. But was getting ready for the show, and it was a slow progress. My body was starting to kind of remember what to do, but it was pretty slow. And then I would say probably at about 5 weeks out, 4 weeks out, that's when my body really started to change. And I was like, okay. It was really weird because one, I got sick and I had like a 24-hour flu thing, but it only hit for like 12 hours. But I remember throwing up profusely, being so sick. But it was ever since I threw up, it was like, okay, now my body is starting to drop weight, lose weight. And, you know, I know when you normally get sick and you throw up, normally it's like that first week, you know, you're small because you didn't eat for like 24, 48 hours, and then you threw everything back up, and, you know, all the contractions, you obviously have muscles and stuff. But for me, the weight went off and then it stayed off. And so I don't know if there was like something in my body that was prohibiting me from losing weight or whatever. I truly don't know, but I just remember being sick, and then ever since throwing up and getting whatever was in my body out, I was like, okay, now we're starting to progress. And I was losing about a half pound to a full pound a week. And I'm like, okay, slow progress, but still I'm not flatlined at a certain weight, because that's what it was before. I was stuck at a certain weight and my body composition was just changing. Body fat up and down, muscle up and down, but my weight was maybe going up 1 or 2 pounds, and now it was finally dropping. And so I was really excited. You guys know I was vlogging the whole thing, and so the show is today, which is Tuesday, and so a week ago, last Tuesday, I was going to do my check-ins with my coach on a Wednesday, and I was just like, I don't feel good. I'm not there, although my body is progressing. In my mind, I was like, my weight is higher than what it normally is. My body fat is still higher than what it normally is. Yes, I look good. I'm harder. I've got deeper lines. I have, you know, my tie-ins are really starting to come through. My waist is starting to get tighter. But it was just like, I know I'm not there. And I know, although I look good, I look solid, I don't have the body fat that I think I need, and I know I need, and I'm not as lean that I need to be. I'm still holding on to not a lot of body fat, but just for stage, I had too much. And I knew that, and I thought that, like, okay, let's just make a push. In the last 3 weeks of prep, I really did try to push. I was like, I know I can get, essentially in my mind, I needed to lose about 10 pounds. And my coach agreed probably anywhere from 10 to about 12 pounds is where I need to lose. And I'm like, okay, let's make a push. And I think I lost like 3. And I'm like, we're just not there. Like maybe 3, I don't even know what it was, but it was like, I'm not there. So although for bikini, it's not a body fat competition, it's not a scale, like how much do you weigh competition, you truly just go by height and then you go on stage. But I know where my body normally is for stage, and I was so far off the mark. What I think happened is when I hit my hormone replacement therapy, I lost sight of my goals, and testosterone went up, my strength went up, but so did my appetite. I got really flexible with my eating, and it shot me up. And even when I was really good, I was putting on a lot of good muscle, I was putting on body fat with it, and I think I just grew too big for bikini. And when I finished up the replacement therapy and I started to diet back down, the scale and everything was going down, but I had just grown too big to lose that amount of body fat in a short amount of time. And which I think normally, if I would have prepped, I think like in 2012, 2014, it would be a completely different story. Maybe even 2016, I think I look really good. But each year, the competition, they pushed the envelope more and more and more to where now I look great and I feel great. And I know I look good for a stage. It's just the look now is just so, I don't want to say it's so extreme. It's a sport. Like, what do you expect, you know? But it's just a completely different look than what I was going to bring. And I want to be competitive. I don't want to do a show just to get my feet wet again. Like, I know what it feels like to be on stage. I know what it feels like to be lean, to hit my posing, to feel good, to grace a stage, to rock it out. And I didn't have the confidence, for one. I was very self-conscious of what I looked like, and I just mentally wasn't there and I physically wasn't there. So I had a talk with my coach last Wednesday or Thursday of last week, and I was like, what do you think I look like? And he was that essentially told me this was the best I've looked as far as lines and muscle development and structure, but I am still holding on to a lot of body fat in my legs. And I asked him, I was like, would I be a top 5 or a top 10? And he was like, Mallory, you've got to bring your body weight back down. And I said, as gut wrenching as it is, I don't want to do a show if I'm not ready. Shows are very expensive. They are a very expensive hobby, very expensive sport that you really do pay out of pocket. I don't have any sponsorships anymore. I'm not with the supplement company. I'm not with a clothing company. Like, I have my own. I'm not with, my team. My coach, I actually pay my coach. It's not like I'm sponsored with the team and they pay for my way. So any show that I do, I pay 100% out of pocket. So I was like, I don't want to do this. And as much as it hurts to essentially diet all year, I cried. I was so disappointed because I felt like a failure. I felt like I'm so close. I think I was 4 days out when I made the call, and so I was calling the airlines and everyone and calling and, just getting my money back or credits or whatever. And it was just, I just felt like a failure. And because I grew up in that household, if you say you're gonna do something, do it. Even if it's not your best, even if it's not, what you thought it was gonna be, even if you hate it, go ahead and finish things through. We're no quitters in our family. And that was always drilled into my head. And now to be, wanting to be a professional bodybuilder, it was like, I'm no quitter, but I'm also not gonna spend $1,000 upwards to do a show and just to say, oh, I'm not a quitter. Like, at some point, I was like, I need to draw the line and just say I'm not ready. I need to be humble and just focus on another show. So with that being said, I talked to my coach and I was like, I really think the next national show we could do would be the Arnold Amateur. And that would put me about 10 weeks out, 12 weeks out. And he was like, Mel, we're not doing it this year. And sure enough, the next day I looked online and it was plastered all over social media and different news outlets that there is going to be no more Amateur Arnold, or the Arnold Amateur. It was just going to be the Arnold Pro sides of select categories. So that sucked, which means there's no national shows until May, which means 1, yay, that gives me from now to May to lose the weight and the body fat that I need to. But also 2, it's like I'm not, I think I need to requalify again for next year. So it just feels like, because I was gonna try for Universe, and then I was gonna try for Nationals, and I was gonna try for Amateur Olympia all year. I kept pushing it back because I wasn't ready. And then to now be at the last show of the year and I'm not ready is gut wrenching. And I know it's not my time, and that is a very hard pill to swallow because I love the sport. I work really, really hard, and to have your body fight against you just because hormonally you're not there, to then when you finally get there, you just miss the mark and you're out of time. That hurts. And so if you are a competitor or just someone that maybe is having a hard time losing weight or feeling fatigued, or just, even if you feel fine, everyone please hear me out. Please get your blood work done. I know before it's like, oh yeah, I need to get done, I need to get done, I need to get done. But the blood work can just reveal so much about what's going on inside your body that you may not even know you have. And then you need, to eat a certain way, train a certain way, different things can hinder you in different ways. And so it was like, for me, it was my testosterone. So I was getting weekly shots to kind of bring it back up. And so it just took too long and my body took too long to recover. I personally went off track. So now I'm really paying the price. And I had this dream of being an IFBB Bikini Pro 2022. I was working for it. I was watching all the competitors. I felt like I was so in the zone, and then it's not my time. And so I told my coach, and he you know, as sad as it was, he understood. My coach is always in my corner, and that's why I love Wadi. Like I don't ever want to go anywhere because he is so much in my corner and understands. Even if I'm like crying and I feel like a failure, and I'm like, I'm sorry, I'm sorry, I'm sorry. Like I don't mean to be a quitter. I don't want to be a quitter. And he's just like, Mal, your body is just not there yet. Like you'll get there. And last year was very, very, I dieted down so hard for so long last year, and that was my best look. I just needed to come in harder. That was the size, the weight, the body fat. I was just very soft and more so stringy. I didn't have the muscle bellies to really fill out. Now I have the muscle bellies that'll fill me out, but now I'm not as lean. And so I need to combine this year and last year and really make it what the judges are looking for in the pro division. And I know it'll be my time one day. I'm just gonna keep going, I'm gonna keep working, but yeah, so I'm not there. But I will be watching the Amateur Olympia today and just looking at the girls and just seeing what could have been, but also learning and seeing what I need to improve on with posing, suits, makeup, physique, obviously. So yeah, I just want to make this really quick video. I will be posting another vlog, I believe, on Thursday. So, because I'm behind, I'm posting this one in real time today. And then I'll have one up on Wednesday, and then we will have another up on Thursday or Friday. So you guys have 2 more vlogs coming at you. Gotta play a little bit of catch up, but guys, I hope, well, I hope you guys know where I'm coming from, and I didn't back out of fear of not winning and I'm not ready. I backed out because physically my body, as much as I worked too hard to not be ready. This wasn't like I got scared and, oh, I'm not gonna win, so I want to back out. This was like, I worked so hard, and the next time I step on stage, I wanna win. This wasn't like out of fear. This is out of, my body's not healthy. And maybe we're healthy now, or at least I'm getting there. Next time I step on stage, I want it to be lights out. So, yeah, so I hope you guys enjoy the rest of your day. Thank you guys so much for watching this vlog. I know it was just a sit down talk, but I just really want to let you guys know where I've been. But yeah, we'll come back next year. It's okay. So I will probably keep it quiet next year because I was so loud with broadcasting. I'm doing this show, I'm doing this show, I'm doing, cause I get so excited. And sometimes your body is just not on that timeline, and that is okay. And so I think I'll probably just keep it quiet. You guys will probably see as I start dieting down what I look like, and maybe you can kind of guess what shows I'm doing or whatever. But I think I may just keep it quiet next year and then just pop up at a show and be like, hi guys. I don't know, but we'll see. The pressure was real this year from myself, from people around, from social media, from, you know, your coach is always pressuring you a little bit, which is always good because he wants you to do so well. So definitely felt pressure this year, and I just don't want to broadcast it next year because I don't want to feel like this again. This is, this hurts. So, but anyways, guys, I'm okay. I'm gonna get some work done. It is 8:30 in the morning. I woke up this morning, was getting some work done, had my coffee, did my fasted cardio, I'm about to have some breakfast, showered and clean. But guys, I will see you guys in the next vlog. Thank you guys so much for watching. Please leave me a sweet comment, like and subscribe, comment down below, and I will see you guys next time.